Okay, we will get started now that everybody's here. Oh, wait, Desiree's not here. Desiree and Addie aren't here yet. All right. You know, I can tell you guys what we're going to go over today. Start up playlist. So kind of divided the 4 classes into elements, because why not, right? There's 4. We did hip lifts last week with weighted and non-weighted hip lifts and drops. And this week we're going to do more watery moves. So water is the theme. And today is also the full moon and Gemini, which is an air sign, but we're still going to do water. Because I think that it's a nice way to build on these. So we are gonna, you know, I always like to start with earth because it's the heaviest, like the grounded, rooted, weighted down, and we can build on that. So whether you come to all 4 classes or you just drop it. Yeah. All right. So we're going to do figure 8s. We're going to do camels, like undulation today. We'll get warmed up. We're actually going to start on the floor. And we'll make our way out there. So, hopefully you can hear me at home. And we are recording. So yeah, we're going to start on the floor. We're going to make our way down there. All right, let's start in our dance posture. Feet hip width apart. Hopefully you guys brought water. We're working with that element tonight. And we're going to need it for drinking and we're getting warm. All right, so dance posture, feet hip width apart, knees are soft. Let your weight come back into the heels a little bit so you can wiggle your toes. Shoulders roll back, opening across the chest. So this is the yoga teacher in me too. We can take some shoulder rolls. We are going to be doing snake arms today. So we definitely want to warm up these shoulders. I hear like crunching when I roll back, which means I need it. Inhaling up. Inhale, the arms come up. Take a little back bend here. Just kind of lift the belly up towards the heart. Actually, keep your hips soft. Don't take a back bend. Just open your chest. All right, inhale here. Exhale, let's take a forward fold. Just kind of warming up our body for movement. So let your head hang, give your head a little shake in the nod. Grab onto your elbows and sway a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Knees up here. And we're just gonna walk out the knees. Bending and straightening one and the other. We're never going to lock our knees. Always a good thing to remember, not locking the knees, so we're not pressing into a knee that's fully extended. Bend the both knees, roll up. Give a little shimmy on your roll up. Inhale, arms out. Take a nice wide step. And exhale, fold down. Toes are slightly in. Heels are out. And then just tilt the pelvis. Left side down and right side down. Left side down and right side down. Bring the heels in and walk your feet in. Just come down to a squat. Elbows come inside the knees, encouraging opening. Yes. Oh, yes, right, the surgery. Okay, sure. We're making our way to the ground. I told you guys we're gonna start on the ground today. So take it to a nice wide leg. Position toes up. Stick your fingertips behind you and try to untuck your tailbone. So try to lift your tailbone up. uncurl it. Yeah, keeping those hands behind you if you're noticing a lot of curling there. Keep it behind you, or you can bring your hands in front. We're actually going to start with some glute squeezes. All right, so we're going to alternate squeezing right glute, left glute, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Try to lean forward if you can, untuck your tailbone. A little faster. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. You feeling sore? Okay.
I did this, but I can.
Sure. Okay. 5, 6, 7. A little faster. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Swap the hands forward, let the head drop down, take a little forward fold. Walk the hands back and let it warm up. Let's take the knees bent and then windshield wiper side to side. It's gonna look different for everybody. Get those hips warmed up. It's not easy. All right, so one reason I wanted to start on the ground is we want to do some upper body isolations, and it's a lot easier to isolate when we're just sitting down because everything's going to move around without isolation. So we'll definitely do this standing as well, but just kind of want you to ground down the hips. So hopefully you're comfortable. I don't see any blocks or anything because it's sometimes nice to sit up on a block. Sorry, I didn't bring any. All right, so we're going to take chest slides, slide, 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 slide. So we're trying to keep the shoulders level. Getting a little stretch in the side body. In fact, we should probably do a little side stretch. Let's inhale the right arm up. Exhale, side stretch. Your left hand can walk over to the side. Try to keep the right hand behind. Inhale, lift up. Other side, stretch. Try to lift to the rib cage, up, 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 and then over. Inhale, center. All right, so what I want to do now is work on side winder. So this is the one that's really tough when we're standing up with the isolation, but we're going to start here. That way we can recognize how your weight shifts as you're doing this. Try to keep the weight center. It's going to make the movement a little small. So we're doing that chest slide, side to side, but then there's a little dip and a dip. If we really want to isolate this, you can try to keep your head center and just do the chest. You're really going to feel the side muscles have to work harder. We can, of course, make this move look bigger when we add the head. See how much bigger of a move that is, and the shoulders, of course, are going along. And that feels nice. Let's take big circles. Just warming up the body still. Let's change the crossing of the legs and circles other direction. All right, so start with a little snake arm. So we're going to alternate rolling the right shoulder back and then the left shoulder back. The hands are going to reach out to the side. And actually, let's go ahead and stand. Some of us, I can see, it's not comfortable to stand off the side. So we will stand. It's good to have that face for the sidewinders, can be tricky. All right. All right. So we'll go back to that sidewinder later. Let's get into the hips now that we're standing. Let's just work the bending and straightening of the So let's bend deeply in the right, bend deeply. That knee is just bending really deep. You're going to feel a stretch in the hip. And let's add on a reach. So we're bending the right, reaching the right along, bending left knee, reaching the left arm. This is a nice little warm up for our obliques, which we are going to be working a lot today with the side winding figure eights. This is just what I call a gypsy stretch. Last time. All right, let's do the hip dips. Warming up the hips. I was just noticing this morning in yoga, I was really sore in my hips. I think for Bellydance last week. It's been a while. And hold this side, point the toe, slide down that way. Really deep stretch for this right hip or left hip. Gaze up and over the shoulder. Slide up that leg, dip other side, nice and deep. Point the toe. Bend deeply in your right knee though, Jacqueline. Yeah, get that hip stretch. And then kind of twist your torso to look up. Deep hip stretch. All right, come back to center. Drill a little bit of horizontal motion with the hips. So come to your dance posture. The feet are underneath the hip bones, not the fleshy part of your hips, but right here, your hip pointers are. Feel them there. You feel your pelvic bone. You feel that, Emma? Emma? All right, so those are your hip pointers. We're going to keep these level. We're not going to let them tip over. All right, we want to keep these hip points on the level. So as you slide over both knees, or have a little gentle bend in them, seeing really good knees. So we don't want to paddle the knees. Try not to bend and straighten them. Keep them equally soft to get your side to side motion. Right, left, right, left. Pushing down with the obliques to keep that level. It's actually coming from the core. Even though we see our hips isolating, the muscle is the oblique pushing down. I like to think of the old Felix the cat TikTok box, where the pendulum just goes side to side. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Nice. So last week we did hip lifts. We're like trying really hard not to lift this time. Nice and quiet on the jingle bells. That's good. We're going to shimmy that out. There's some jingles from the coin belt crowds. How do your hips feel now? That's good. Good. Knees warmed up a little bit. So we will start with some, well, we've started already, clearly. But we're going to do real ubiquitous belly dance move. It's going to be our vertical figure eight. And we'll start on the down. Tends to be a little easier, I feel. So I'm going to start with that. Sometimes I start with the harder thing and then surprise you with the easier thing. And it's different for everybody. So we're going to bend deeply into the right knee. The weight is centered. And I'm going to shift doing that slide and straightening it. So now I am lifting the hips. Slide and straighten. So I am bending the knees to get that lift. Slide, straighten, and slide. Posture malfunction. Straighten. Slide. We got a knot. Straighten and slide. Scoop. So this is like a scooping hip, right and left. And imagine you're in a giant ice cream container and you got to scoop some ice cream out of the side. So that vertical figure eight is figure eight on the down. We're starting down. Keep coming up, down and up, down and up. The hips. Keep the heel down. So the lift is happening with the knee, straightening but not locking. Really important to keep the heel down because it's going to allow us to really walk with this move and then eventually add on some layered levels up and down. See if we can take a step forward, forward, right, scoop, left, scoop, down, out and up, down, out and up, down, out and up, down, out and up. Now back. Down, scoop, down, scoop, up, down, scoop, up. In place, right, left, right, left. Sometimes when it gets faster, it actually gets easier. You want to keep the tailbone pointing down. So we're not doing circles with the tailbone. That'll be next week. We want to keep that tailbone so in our neutral dance position, that's really making this the vertical figure eight as opposed to like a horizontal. So you don't want your belly button to twist. Your belly button stays centered and these hip points stay centered. Just drawing a little figure eight on the wall. Let's reverse it. Okay. So before we do that, let's still work on the down. Yeah, we're just still working on maybe a little faster. So sometimes the faster is easier for people. Generally, slow means more muscle control. Fast means rhythm. So it depends on what's harder for you. If rhythm comes easy, it might be easier to go faster. If you're, really good at isolating your core muscles, you like it slow. And just see if you can move freely a little bit. Maybe take your hands into it, just accenting the hips. Taxeem on the down. So our weight is on the hip. That's doing the action of down, out, and up, down, out, and up. And weight is on the left, weight is on the right. There you go. Weight on the left, heel stay down. It's it'll throw us off if we get heels. I'm kind of lifting my heel just to show that all my weight is over there on the hip that I'm scooping out and up. And we made it. Scoop, scoop. So adding on this little kitty paw, little arms, we're going to keep our elbows in place. Okay, palms facing out. And I'm just pushing. So my shoulders aren't moving at all, they're just staying back. If you want to just work on the arms for right now, I'm just kind of layering on that Taxeem, figure eight on the down. With hips, right, left, right, left. Keeping your weight centered. Imagine you just always have a sword or a book on your head in belly dance. All about the isolation. All right, let's move into our snake arms. So a couple rules about snake arms. We're keeping the hands between the bottom of the ears and the bottom of the rib cage. That means not big arms like this. Okay. We're going to keep the fingertips reaching out to the sides. And then we have these zill fingers, so our middle fingers slightly down. And then we're really just rolling the shoulders back. So try to keep your hands in place. We're all warmed up, so just hop in, starting with some snake arms. So with snake arms, I like to imagine this energy coming and emanating from your heart and then going out. So let's just do one arm for a moment. We'll drill. I'll start on the right because I like that. Okay. So it's going to be shoulders going to be forward, then up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand. Shoulder, elbow, really pop in, nice. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. Forward, up, back, down. So just the shoulder, we're making like this little box with the shoulder. It's going forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand. Couple more and then we'll smooth it out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Water, make it smooth. I like to think I'm like a mermaid saying goodbye to the sailors. Or just they're waving very dramatic. Painting a wall, perhaps, with meditation. All right, let's take that arm across. Little stretch, wiggle the fingers, look over the shoulder. We'll drill that on the other side, starting with the box. Remember your parameters, the hand stays between the rib cage and the ear. Just the shoulder, forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. Forward, up, back, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Isolation. I see some strong arms on some ladies. Forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back. Adding the arm. It's shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand. So the shoulder's still making its round. Make it smooth. Roll the shoulder back. Forward, up, back, roll down. Forward, up, back, roll down. Forward, up, back, roll down. So the palm stays facing down towards the floor. One more time. Reach through the fingertips and bring that arm across. Woo. Gaze over the shoulder, wiggle the fingers. All right, shake it out. Let's just drill a little snake arms, both arms at the same time. And then we can see about layering that on with that vertical figure eight we just did. I'm totally in the way. All right, snake arms. Right, left, right, roll back, left, roll back. Right shoulder rolls back, left shoulder rolls back. Palms face down, fingertips out. Keeping it in the parameters, ears and ribs. So check in the mirror, make sure your chests are facing forward the whole time. So we're not going side to side. Everybody looks pretty good on that front. Okay, let's see about adding on that hip figure eight on the down. So right, roll back, left, roll back. Right hip Taxeem, left Taxeem. Taxeem is just a short way of saying vertical figure eight on the down. Oh, our arms are getting tired, so let's walk them up. Right and left. Palms stay facing out. And keep them up. So you want to actually take the shoulders out of this one. We're just going to let the elbows go side to side. You can take the hips out or leave them in there. I like to call these smoke arms. They come from snake arms, but they're going up, so they're more to smoke. So this is our figure 8 on the down. You want your weight down and scooping. Scoop the hip. So let's do the right together, left together. Catching you up, girl. Give a little shimmy. Shake it up. All right. I think now we're ready for Maya. So vertical figure 8 on the up. Maya, much shorter way of saying vertical figure 8 on the up. And last week we talked a lot about weighted and non-weighted. So the on the down is more weighted. So as we scoop the hip down, where our weight is on that hip. With the Maya, the hip on the up, we're gonna lift the hip up. Our weight's not on that hip, and then set it down. Now my weight shifts. We'll lift the left hip up, slide it out, and press it down. Now your heel can come up, but don't let your head come up. Up, out, down. Let's do it together. So it's up, out, down, and just the right. Lift the right hip, heel, slide it out. So right heel and hip, slide, heel down, slide. Right, lift, out, down, in, up, out, down, in. Up, out, down, in, and up, out, down, smooth it out. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. It's kind of like that hula step that we did last week. Up, out, down. So non-weighted, then weighted. Lift and shift. Lift and shift. Other side. Up, out, down, in, up, out, down. It's okay to lift the heel. Keep the shoulder and the head down. Up, out, down. Smooth it out. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Up, down. So we're sliding to the side rather than back. Up, out, down. Up, out, down. Up, down. It's kind of fun just to drill it on one side. Usually I alternate right and left, which we'll do next. So it's right and left and up, out, down, up, out, down. So every circle has some edges. We can start with the square and then smooth it out into a circle shape. So we're making little circles with the hips, or figure 8 if you draw it right through the center with that diagonal line. Figure 8's vertical on the up. Nice. Up, out, down, in, up, out, down, up, out, down. See if we can take a little walk. So we're going to step, hip, shift, step, shift the weight, step, and shift the weight. Forward on the right, forward and left, up, out and down, up, out and down, up, out and down, up, down, 2 more, up, down, up, down, nice. Let's take a toes slightly in, feet wide, little forward fold to release the lower back. Just let the head and the neck hang, shift your weight side to side, shift your hips. You want to always release that from any compression of the lower back, which can happen with all these hip moves, all these isolations, just swaying side to side if that feels good for you. Let's take the heel toe in, hip width, bend the knees, bounce up. Let's do some chest isolations. Chest lifts. So we got our neutral chest, dance posture, knees bent, hips are loose, shoulders roll back, lift, 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 and yeah, you guys all hit that, right? Lift and lift. So it's actually what's happening is lifting the diaphragm, this muscle right in between the solar plexus area. We're also kind of squeezing in the upper back muscles, but without sending our elbows back. It's more diaphragm than back. Lift and lift, lift and lift. This move is independent of the breath. So we're not huffing and puffing the air, a little faster. Lift and lift and lift and lift. Try to keep the shoulders still. Natural breath. In and out, just naturally through the nose. Make sure those knees stay bent. All right, let's switch it into drops. So we go from neutral. Drop is going to be let the belly hang out. It's going to feel kind of silly, but I like to look from the side on this one because our neutral belly dance posture where our slightly lifted chest, lifting comes up just a little bit. Then we come back to neutral. Dropping, you actually have to make room for your diaphragm. So you're going to let loose the lower belly. So we're going to go from neutral to drop. Neutral, drop. Neutral, drop. Neutral, drop. Belly comes out. So that the chest can go down, 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 down. And this is not a move we're familiar with because we're never like, yeah, go ahead and let your pooch out. Down. And you kind of release the tailbone with that too. For a little pop, pop, pop. Drop. Drop the chest. Drop the chest. Drop. 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 Lift and drop. So we're going to lift, center, drop, center. Lift, center, drop. Center. Lift, center, drop, center. Lift, center, drop, center. Lift, center, drop, center. Lift, center, drop, center. Lift, center, drop. Two more. Lift and drop. Smooth it out. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. So we're moving into these undulations. So let's take one foot slightly in front of the other just to balance yourself out. We call it like a rocking horse stance. So you're going to take the chest forward, lift it, and then bring it back, drop it, release the tailbone. Okay? So we're going to scoop up, back, roll down. Scoop, shift back, roll down. We're making kind of a question mark shape. You know how question marks have a little period at the end? Question mark, down. Question mark, down. Release. Lift, roll back, release. Lift. So my weight is shifting forward, roll back. Front leg and back leg. Front leg and back leg. Just exaggerating this move, we can add the head even. Scooping the head as we lift. Scoop and lift. Usually with this move, I would only do the exaggeration if I was going really slow. And the faster you go, the less big the movement becomes. Forward, back, forward, back. Let's take the head out of it. We're speeding up just a bit. You can come up on the balls of the feet. forward, back, forward. We're kind of tucking the tailbone. This is our basic Arabic or camel walk. In the style of belly dance, you can add a little arm or Egyptian arm. Okay. Let's just kind of review a little bit. Taxeem, figure 8's on the down. Big arms. All right, we'll go back to our Maya. Figure 8 on the up. Right, left, right, left. Up, out, and down. Up, out, and down. Just adding a little arm variation. Keep it out of the thinking body into the feeling body. Feel it. Right and left. Right, left, and right. Just the right now. Right and step right. So we're stepping onto the side. Step in place. Step in place. Right. Step left. Right. Step left. So this is with our Maya with a little side step. Last time to the left in place. Right. Left. You can release the hands down. Maybe a little wrist circle. Stretching out the wrist. All right, then what did we do? Chest. Nice and slow. For starters, let's tilt it to this side this time. Take the other leg in front, whichever leg you had. Let's do the right. Scoop up, back. Scoop up, back. Chest lead, down, out, up, back. A little faster. Stay lifted. Head is center. Try to keep your head like you've got that book there. If you're facing the side, make sure you're just at the corner rather than the side. We're going to look towards the 45. So you can still see yourself. You can still see the front of the room. Gives you that nice little side angle view of yourself. All right, let's do this little Egyptian arm. So my left arm is in front. Let's see. Right, 2, left, 2. There we go. Right for 2, undulate, and left for 2. Walk like an Egyptian. It's like Cassie up here. So we're looking at ourselves in the mirror, reflection, and then that hand just stays facing in towards the body. Arabic to center. So right foot is forward. We're just going to take this rocking back and forth. Don't worry as much about the chest right now. Just take it forward and back. Hands can just be on the hips for now. And then they're going to dive down and up. And we can add a little floreo on the hands. Floreo. Then pause. Okay, really important not to get too carried away on the hands. We don't want helicopter hands. Okay, that looks like this. So I like to do a floreo and then a pause. You don't want to take the attention away from this undulation. We are staying up on the balls of the feet, if that's all right for your feet today, for this move. Basic Arabic. All right, let's take this into like a little side step. Step right. 5, 6, 7. Same foot stays forward. We're just going to step to the left side. 5, 6, 7. Switch. Right. 2. So we got the L-shaped arms going on. Just kind of a cue to what's coming. Just in case I don't cue it with my verbiage, nonverbal communicating. You can also expect it at the end of that 8 count of the music. Yeah. All right, we'll do a little variation that we're going to go flat, ball, ball, flat, ball, ball. Still taking that rocking horse motion, forward and back, forward, back. All right, flat, ball, ball. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down. So let's take it to the corner of the room and corner. We're doing a quarter turn, corner, and corner. All right, back to Arabic 1. Let's try that corner thing again with Arabic 2. We'll just do Arabic 2, facing forward first, flat ball, ball, flat ball, ball, flat ball, ball. Last one to the corner, 45. 1 and 2, and chest forward and back. Scoop, roll down, scoop, roll down. Arabic. We'll take a little turn to the right. We're just going to turn in place like a little ballerina on the jewelry box. Oh my God, is that a collie tattoo? What is that, collie on your back? No, it's not. Really cool. All right. Give your little balls on your feet a break. Flat feet, maybe stretch the feet out a little bit, curl toes under, stretch your ankles. How do we like the Arabic? The rocking horse. So we're going coordination. I like all right. Let's just let yourself get swept away into the movement of it. I do want to continue with that Arabic circle because we're going to go into a bit of a gypsy circle for those who are here tonight in person. All right, so get the feet ready. We can just stay flat, working on the ball and come up. Oh, we're going to do those turning in place ballerina turn. Okay, like the little jewelry box to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're back. Other side. Left. 2. Lift, roll down. Lift, roll down. Leading with the chest. All right, I know what we need to do next. We need to do roll up because a lot of people, what happens when you're trying to roll down is you're rolling up. So we'll play with that a little bit. Let's also drill these pelvic tilts. Okay, dance posture, knees bent, hips are loose. We're just going to take that tailbone and point it down, not under like a scared dog. Okay, down and down, down, release, down, release, down, release. Pulling in those lower abdominals in the front to really point the tailbone down. So that little bone on the bottom of our spine naturally curves up. We want to just point it down rather than tuck it under. Tucking it under requires you to squeeze your glutes and like round out your lower back. We don't want any of that. Just point it down, down. And keep energy coming up through the crown of the head. Keep that nice and lifted. A little view from the side here. Tuck, tuck. Knees are staying soft. We're not locking. Tuck, tuck, release, tuck, release. tuck, release. So we're mostly going to work with this tucking action. We're not going to lift it forward because that's going to put a lot of pressure on the low back, and we don't want to do that. Okay, so neutral back or pointing down, supporting that move with these lower abdominals, pulling in and up towards like your heart space. All right, lift and tuck and chest lift, tuck, lift, drop, tuck, release, lift, drop, tuck, release, chest lift, pelvic tilt, chest lift, pelvic tilt, up and tuck and up and tuck, up and tuck, smooth it out, up and tuck, up and tuck. So that's our undulating down. So I like to think about like water trickling down the front of my body when I'm doing that, like you're in the shower or something, it's just, or a waterfall, or just energetic. Energy's going down. All right, so let's brace ourselves, one foot in front of the other, kind of like with Arabic. Now we're going to take energy from down. We're going to tuck the tailbone, press the hips forward, and then lift the chest. So weight shifts back. We're going to tuck, forward, lift the chest, tuck. Down, roll, up. So it's more of a back, roll, up. 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 So my weight shifts to the back leg, tuck. Press the hips forward, roll up. Back, roll up. Back, roll up. Back, roll up. Tuck, roll up. Tuck, roll up. Tuck, roll up. Weight shifting back and forward. Feel that energy is coming down and releasing up. Tuck, roll up. Tuck, roll up. For me, I rarely do this move unless I'm doing like a roll up, roll down. So it's fun to drill it like this. We'll just do it a couple more times, and then we'll go to the roll down, roll up. Here we go. Up, roll, down, release, lift, tuck, roll up, release. Lift, roll, down, release, tuck, roll, up, release. Lift, roll, down. Two more times at the speed. Tuck, roll, up. Last time. Lift, roll, down, release, tuck, roll. Maybe it'll get easier with the faster. Lift, roll, down. Tuck, roll, up. Lift, roll, back. Shift, weight, forward. Roll down, back. Shift, roll up. Roll down, back. Roll up, front. Back and front. And back and front. For me, this is a little easier. And back and front. All right. Checking notes. Questions, anyone? Comment? We've done all of the moves. I guess we could do some levels. Pretty much covered all the different moves, but we just kind of play around with them and improvise. One of the hardest things about dance is switching from one move to the other without stopping. I do need a water break. Water. The element of the evening. Okay. All right. We've got about 10-15 minutes left. So 10 minutes dance, 5 minutes to cool down, something like that. Started a little late. All right. So home base is going to be our Taxeem. Figure 8's on the down. I'm gonna kind of come around and see how people are doing too. The mermaid wave. Do our mermaid wave with the snake arms. Oh, something that's nice with snake arms is just kitty paw. So imagine you're in a full body cast and pet the cat. Do you remember? I think Pat told us this one. Pet the kitty, just the hand. So just like we isolate our arms, we can isolate just the hand. So we're going to be wrist, knuckle, 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 release. Wrist, knuckle, knuckle, release. And that one goes really nicely with Maya. So that the hip figure 8 on the up. Oh, I've gone and got us on the left. I might need to switch it. Right, left, right, left. Thanks. So we're just adding on this little pet the kitty, the arm staying out to the side. How about we do a Maya hip drop or a double Maya? That can be fun. So we're going to make the shape of the letter N, little case N. So we're going to go lift, drop, up, out, and down. Lift, drop, up, out, and down. Lift, drop, up, out, and down. Lift, drop, up. Lift, drop, shift the weight. Lift, drop, shift. Over. Last time. Oh, I really thought the music was going to change right there. It's okay. Moving into Arabic, basic Arabic. I'm being lazy here, just keeping the feet flat. It's okay. Let's change it over to the side. We did a similar move last week with the side step. We were doing the hip lift. This time we're kind of just undulating, rocking horse step to the side. Ballerina step, circle in place. Other side. We're going in the direction of the arm that's lowered. Let's take that Egyptian arms, look into the right and to the left corner. Try to keep a good amount of space between your face and the hand. As far away as you can. Arabic. In place. Flat, ball, ball. Quarter turn, corner. Flat, ball, ball, turn. Flat, ball, ball, turn. And place. And Arabic. Want to get us in a big circle. Keep your one hand, the right hand stays in towards the circle. Let's go around this pole like we're taking go around the maypole on Beltane here. I like to always imagine there is a pole in the center of a dance circle, or maybe it's a fire pit. Maybe next week it will be a fire pit. Or a person. This week is a fountain. All right. There's this nice gypsy circle formation. Let's take a circle in place. You can raise your arm on your own axis. And other hand comes in to the left. And let's do flat ball ball this time. Left hand in. Counterclockwise. Flat ball ball. Flat ball ball. Flat ball ball. Flat ball So step right, left just slides in. Step and step, place. Let's do an alternating camel walk. All right, we're going to step right, roll down, step left. Walk it forward. Lift, roll down, chest lifting as we're shifting forward. Lift, and roll down. Lift, roll down. We're just going to face forward after this. So this one, it is a walking move. You can't really do this in place because we're alternating right foot and left foot. So we're going to step right and step left. This is that camel walk. So chest is lifting, rolling back, lifting, rolling back to the back. Lift, roll back down. Lift, roll down. Lift, roll down. Lift, roll down. Just the chest down. Beautiful. Yeah. So it's a little bit after 7. We pretty much have drilled the things. I think one more song and we'll call it a day. We'll cool it down. I know I have a really cool song. So how about this one? It's only 4 minutes, y'all. And it's really cool. So I encourage you to improvise a little, try to feel the music, whether you're listening to mine or totally listening to something else. All right. Feel it. It's okay if you do something different. That's fine. I'm just going to try to pick from the moves we did today. Play around with speed a little bit. You know, level, lifting onto the ball, and then bending the knees. Lifting to the ball, bending the knees. Do a Maya. Up, out, and down. Up, out, and down. It's really okay if you need to go off and feel the music. Double Maya, lift and drop. We should have just done some snake arms there. Isolating those snake arms is quite all right. It's very intense, especially if you just make some good eye contact when the music slows down like that. Do a seemingly basic. Let's play around with levels with this. So we're going to come up on the balls of the feet and then bend. Feet heels flat. Up on the balls, then the head staying lifted, the shoulders staying back. Try not to lean forward as you bend the knees. Let's see, didn't we do a chest thing? All right, big body weight. Forward, nice and slow. Forward, roll back. Try to keep the arms back behind your gaze. Yeah. This is borrowed from our flamenco sisters. Up with the arms. Let's take that Arabic side to side, Egyptian thing. Maybe now it's time to go my way. Drop. drop and drop. Single, just mine. Okay, roll up, pull down. That's too slow. Roll down. Hip, tuck, roll up, hip, down, roll. Oh, roll down. That's really hard to cue. All right, let's cool down. Okay, this is a good one. I'm going to take my belt off so I don't fit on all this stuff when we go down. Oh. I'm going to move this back to where it was when we started. Hands to the hips. Right foot gonna point to the side, shift the weight back to the left, right hand slides down, left arm can lift up. Get a little twist there, looking in front of your hand, breathing out your hand, not pet the kitty with just the wrist. And let that arm rainbow down around, raise your front foot. Little triangle stretch, triangle pose. Let your head come down. Walk center. Bring the other foot. Keep the legs straight. So pull the left hip back, the right hip forward. The left hand comes to the ankle, right arm lifted up. A little bit of balance here. Categorize it, chill, think a little up. All right, down, center, forward fold, release the head and neck, shift the weight, bend the knees. Let's bend one knee and then the other, kind of shifting the weight side to side, coming into our squat, side lunges. Let's keep it over to the right. Bending deeply, stretching in that right leg, Dandasana squat. Hands stay in front, on the inside of the legs, and then pressing up. Going the other way. And then we're going to come down. However, you get there gracefully. It's okay. Bend the knees, windshield wiper. From side to side. We did a lot of hips, so we gotta cool down. Thanks for taking it easy on your body. I haven't seen Karen since her surgery. I broke my foot last year. Yeah. Keep the feet wide. Take the knees to the left, and then right hand to the left, and you take a little twist here. This is our mermaid pose. We're doing the mermaid. Bring my little girls out. And then as just a little extra hip stretch, keep your legs where they are, but both hands come behind you. That's going to stretch that front hip pretty deeply. Okay, you can take it one time. And let's take the knees to the other side. Feet stay put. Knees to the right. Side towards the right. Gazing over the right shoulder. Maybe a nice twist. And chill. I know I had a more watery song now. All right, hands behind you. Wow, Sarah. Some open hips. bring them back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together. Shift forward in the weight. Open up the knees and wow, I swept the floor with these feet. It's like, it looks like a close up in a microscope.
Yeah.
Into a comfortable seat. We'll end with our moving meditation. Always ending with this little meditation, just whatever cross-legged or comfortable seat. If it feels better to have your legs out, that's fine. Take a big inhale on that. Exhale down the heart. One more breath. In, collecting all that energy you put out. Bringing it back into your center, your core. Take bunny mudra, little bunny ears on the pinky and ring fingers, kissing bunnies. Or rock and roll, you know, whatever. And we're going to take other, actually, you kind of pinky. Yeah, there you go. We're going to take half lotus, so palm faces up, split your fingers, acknowledging the space. Not only the space, but our city, our country, our state. Half lotus, acknowledging our fellow dancers, the ones in this room, the ones beyond our dance community. Full lotus, wrists together, acknowledging the heavens, that which we cannot control. Thumbs down, gaze at your right shoulder for your ancestors, your history, your past. Palms together at your forehead for your lessons. And to your heart for your inner guide, your inner wisdom. Guru Dev. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me and allowing some of this dance knowledge to seep into your body. Thank you so much. I'll be celebrating 20 years of belly dance in February. Oh, that's awesome. 20 years. I started when I was, well, in 2003. So how old was I? I'll be 40. I was 20. Yeah. So next week we have fire element. We're going to do twisting, a lot of twisting. We'll do Egyptian step, which is really fun. What else? Some chest stuff, I remember. A lot of hip twists. Oh, hip circles. Horizontal hip circles and also vertical circles. Umis, and some stepping moves. It's going to be fun.
So what's the deal with Saturday?
What's that?
What, do you still have Saturdays?
I have canceled Saturdays because didn't get enough people and it was very last minute. And also there's so much going on that I'm just like, I'd rather have things going on. But I would like to do a workshop maybe in January, maybe in the new year. I will be gone for most of January, but I'll be there that first week. So maybe kick off the new year with something, perhaps. Okay, sure.
Thank you so much, Roma. It's so good. Where did you go? Puerto Rico.
Okay, I was like, I know it's somewhere I'm gonna be or have been.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.